Here's Season 3, Episode 8, A Strange Specimen. They arrived home from their holiday yesterday, and today Mia was on a walk, plus a look around their town where at the end of it she came to Dr. Franklin's lab. This place brings back memories, Mia growled. Time to go home and keep as far away from that place as possible, Mia thought. But then she smelled something familiar. She didn't know why she did it, out of curiosity maybe, but she went inside to investigate. She should be fine anyways if that mad scientist is in jail, but looking around still brought back bad memories, and she shivered from even walking in such a place. What am I doing, she thought, and turned back, but then she heard a roar from an animal in pain, and went to check it out, and when she got to where the roar was coming from, she was shocked. In the glass enclosure similar to the one she'd been in, there was a changeling, a full-grown one. What? How is that possible? Every changeling but me and Huston was destroyed, Mia wondered, but before she could go up to it, she heard footsteps and hid. Some scientist came in and made a beeline for the changeling, and took him out and led him out with a snarl pole and whip. Mia followed them unnoticed into another room. She didn't like one bit what they were doing, but she knew rushing in would be stupid, so she waited, observing and thinking of a plan. She had a few questions like, who was this changeling? Why was he here? Why were these scientists not arrested with Dr. Franklin and this whole place was shut down? But then she heard someone else come, and she couldn't have been more surprised. It was none other than Dr. Franklin. How? What? When? When did she get out of jail? Mia thought to herself, but stayed hidden. No way she was dumb enough to give that woman the satisfaction of 2 changelings. Put the specimen in here. We'll run some tests later, Dr. Franklin said, pointing to a cage, and after they got him in with a few cuts from the whip, they left, and Mia carefully walked to the cage and changed back. Whoa, you look like me. How you get out of your enclosure? Get back in before they see you. You don't want to make them angry, the changeling said. What? Oh no, I'm not from here. I'm free, and soon you will be too, Mia said, trying to unlock the cage. That's not a good idea. They don't hold back on their punishments, the changeling warned. What's your name anyway? I'm surprised there's even another changeling here. How did you survive the only, Mia asked. I don't really have a name unless specimen counts, which they call me a lot. And changeling, is that who I am? They never called me that before. Did they really know what I was? And what's an only, he asked. Mia was confused by all this. How did he not know what he was? What did they do to him? Just how long was he caged up here for? I'll explain when I get you out of here, Mia said, trying to pick the lock, but then heard footsteps. They were coming back. Mia knew there wasn't much she could do on her own. She needed help. I'll be back. Just hang in there, okay? Mia whispered and hid, and after they came in, turned invisible and quietly crept out. Eva and the group were having a game of Uno when Mia burst in. I need your help, Mia roared, and then noticed Ian, but didn't care too much that he was here. What is it, Mia? What's wrong? Eva asked, and Mia told them the whole story. They soon arrived at the lab. Ian hung back to look after Huston since Eva's mum was at home. Plus, there was no way Mia was bringing Huston to a place like this, so she still didn't completely trust the boy and secretly told Huston to keep an eye on him. White lab coats, everybody, Eva said, hoping the scientists won't recognize them, and secretly hoped that they would run into Dr. Franklin. She was surprised to hear what Mia said, but like her, didn't want any changeling in the hands of that woman. Luckily, most of the staff were on lunch break, and they were able to find the changeling. Hey, Mia said, changing back, and then he noticed the humans. It's okay, they're with me. We're going to get you out of here, Mia said. No, just go. You don't know what they're capable of, the changeling said. Don't worry, we dealt with them before. We'll be fine, Eva said. Wait a minute. Eva, you just understood him, but he doesn't have a communication band on, Mia said, looking at his arms and legs. Wait, really? How can that be? Eva asked. We'll find that out later. At the moment, let's get him out of here, Dash said, trying to pull the lock off. I got an idea. Mia, sap the lock. That should do it, Eva said. Mia didn't even think of that and gave it a try, and the lock came off. They cheered, but then heard footsteps. Hurry, get him out of here, I'll distract them, Mia said, turning invisible. The rest of them hid before Dr. Franklin came in. Then she noticed the empty cage. What? Get security, that thing escaped, Dr. Franklin ordered, and then she heard something behind her. But before she could look, she heard things being knocked off the shelves. Come on out, you beast, you can't hide from me, Dr. Franklin said, looking around. And just before Mia made her way out, she saw her pick something up. Well, that thing might have escaped for now, but it doesn't matter too much. That was only step one. I still have enough of this from that vial changing before for more, Dr. Franklin said, holding a tube of changing blood. Mia looked at it, then left, trying to understand all this. Well, apart from those whip cuts and being through a lot, you seem in fine enough shape for someone who's been tortured, Ian said, checking him over. Gags, Mia said, kind of impressed with the veterinarian in training. And Gags for taking care of Huston. You two seem to have bonded, Mia said, seeing Huston letting Ian pet him. So, another changing in the house. Hopefully my mum won't mind. Just how long have you been in prison there, Eva asked. My whole life until I met Mia, that's just been me, he said. Wait, really? Strange changings are born in this world. And how come you can speak perfect English without a band, Eva asked. And then Mia remembered what that woman said about her blood. She knew right away that blood was hers, but what did she mean by more? Wait a minute, she thought. So you didn't know about any other changing your whole life, Mia asked. Nope, he replied. A world full of them doesn't bring anything back to you, Mia asked. No, he said. I get it now, Mia said, shocked. You never knew that place because you weren't born there. You don't know any other changing and spent your whole life in captivity because you were hatched from an egg. You speak just fine on your own, unlike the rest of us, because you're not a naturally born changeling. She made you. She made you with my blood, Mia said, nearly speechless. What? How is that possible, Eva asked. I don't know, but it all makes sense. You were created by that mad woman. No wonder you didn't know what you were, Mia said, shocked by this, but going to make sure she doesn't get her hands on him again, and going to make sure she doesn't abuse any more of her creations if she makes more. Well, isn't that a science fiction twist? The end. Hope you all enjoyed.